Hello and welcome to Jessi Fit Pilates, your home to get fit, toned, and flexible as we strengthen, stretch, and smile. You are on day 10 of my 14-day Fit Core Challenge. We're going to be using a yoga strap today, and it is a little bit more of a flexibility-based day. This combination of yoga and Pilates, otherwise known as Yoga Pilates, is going to mobilize your whole body, work your core, and we're going to really be stretching our legs, our hips, really our whole body, and working on some poses and some exercises to really strengthen your core, lower back, and hips. If you don't have a strap, just grab a towel or even an old pair of leggings or a TheraBand. If you don't have a strap, I'm using a pretty basic one that I got on Amazon for $5. We are going to start today on the mat. I am going to I'm going to angle myself at a little bit of an angle just so you can see me. And I'm going to bend my knees and I'm going to take the strap and I'm going to hold it at about shoulder distance apart. You can play around with how much or how long it is, but we're going to actually start, let's get the legs forward and we're going to start wide and let's just do a few shoulder rolls with that band. So now keep tension on the band. And I have my arms pretty wide, and on this exercise, the narrower you go, the harder they'll be. I'm flexing my toes, so if I go narrower, if I want to keep that tautness, right, I don't want to, bend the elbows, then it's a little different. A few more. Great. Now, let's go ahead and bring the arms narrower, so about shoulder distance apart. Draw your shoulders up and down a few times. Keep tension on that band. And let's go ahead and bring your feet, anchor them down, and just roll your spine back a little bit through that lower back, scoop out your belly, and then come up. Come back to neutral here and back. And I'm really reaching that band out. I'm starting to feel this in my arms, drawing my shoulders away from the ears. A few more. Rolling through that spine, and go ahead and just bring it down. Up. And from there, see if you can do one leg, go down, up, freeze that leg, keep tension on that strap. Draw your shoulders away from the ears for 4, 3, 2, 1, right? Notice I'm really stabilizing with that bottom leg. I'm trying to keep my hip at one angle here. Keep that band forward. You will feel this in the shoulders. Give me 5, 4, lengthen the spine down, scoop the belly to come up. Anchor with that bottom foot. 2, and 1. Now bring your feet forward and open them up a little bit. Like if you ever, my mat's really big, it's a gorilla mat. Open them a little wider than your shoulders. And I want you to bring your hands to the toes and then lengthen, drawing the band back. Down. Up. Down, rolling the spine down, now stacking it up, right? Chin, upper back, middle back, abs stay pulled in, and then lift it. I'm just gonna lower the arms for a second, and I'm gonna reach my hands together, clasp them together, bring the palms together, and let's just stretch the front of your shoulders, right? We worked really hard the last few days, strength and cardio workouts. Today's a little bit more of a yoga-based workout. We're really lifting up through the chest. Now, I noticed I was wiggling. We're gonna switch the hand that's in front. Lifting way up through your spine. Squeezing the hands together, squeezing the shoulder blades back, opening to the front body, drawing the abs in, and then finally let it go. Now, from here, I want you to raise your arms up, and I want you to reach over one leg. Be careful to keep the opposite hip down. Roll the spine up and then twist the other leg. Keep that opposite hip down. So make sure that you're not doing the cha-cha. Just from your waist. Up, twist up, right? So some dynamic stretching. Exhale, inhale, exhale, and inhale. Go ahead and lower the arms, roll them back a few times, and forward, mobilizing them. Now, from here, we are going to reach those arms up, and we're going to do a side bend. Lift, side bend. Try not to move the hips too much. Side bend, right? Lower the arms down. Now I'm just going to bring myself so that I'm on my mat. And I'm going to bend my knees slightly, and I'm going to bring my arms to chest height and roll back now. And then raise the arms and lower, right? Reaching, keeping that tension on that band. And then holding it here, side bend, up, side bend, a little more challenging, side bend, try to keep the hips still. And then from here, bring the hands forward, twist it, hold it there. Let's just twist back, 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 back. Come through the center, twist the other way, back, back, back. It's to my right for 4, 3, 2. Bring your hands forward. And from here, we're going to roll all the way back. Now, if you have a loop on your yoga strap, I'm going to use it. If not, just loop it any way you can. It's not a huge deal. I'm going to put it in the foot that's furthest away from me. That's my right foot. And I'm going to bring that leg up. You can have this knee bent or straight, right? Having it, I might have it kind of sort of bent. You want to keep a neutral spine the whole time. So bring this leg up and then really reach into the strap and then plug that leg down. Let's just do a few lefts, right? So lower and left, right? Lower and left. I'm going to bring my hands to my sides and just let the strap kind of go down and up. I just don't want to go too crazy with my arm. And try to get a little bit further each time. Keep the hips square though. Notice I'm not lifting the hip to get up any higher. And I'm just gonna hold it there. Now keep that knee right over that foot. Flex and bend a few times. Now hold it there. Bring your opposite leg up and down, keeping the spine neutral. I'm holding it with the same leg now. The same arm rather. Now hold it. Keep that spine neutral. Bring it up and down the other leg. Harder than it looks. Now hold it here. I'm going to lower and lift. Lower, left. And then maybe you can kind of go scissor. And maybe you can even lift up. Just get a little variety on our Pilates abs. I have my hand behind the nape of my neck. And then finally I'm going to hold it and give it a big deep stretch. And then I'm just going to take it across for a second, breathe. And then maybe before we go, we can just do a few assisted leg circles. Feels great with the strap. I'm really trying to keep my hips still. And I'm reaching long into that strap. I'm in a little bit of a turnout, classic Pilates style. And I'm just mobilizing that leg inside that hip socket. And then from there, I'm going to bend that knee and I'm going to come onto my side. I'm just going to give this quad a little bit of a stretch. Now I'm going to reach that leg back and I'm going to let go of a bunch of this and I'm just going to hold it there. And I'm leaning a lot of my weight onto that bottom leg. Getting a big deep stretch. You can pull that leg in. Just try to keep that hip open and draw your belly in. Now from there, let's go ahead and do one more thing and just bring this leg across. I get a little bit of a figure 4 action here. You can even bend and stretch here a few times. Flexing through the toes, neutral spine. And then let's go ahead and come back up and take a sort of a half forward bend and reach. Use that strap to kind of pull. We're gonna switch the feet. We're gonna lay back. And we're gonna find our neutral spine. Now your bottom leg, it can be bent or straight. I'm gonna try to have it a little bit bent, a little bit straight. And you can take a few big stretches here. This is definitely my tighter side. And I'm gonna lower this leg now and raise it. Lower, raise, right? And I'm just kind of sliding my hand down and up as I need to. Really feel it. And I'm really gonna work hard to stay neutral. And I'm reaching long through the back of the thigh and I'm keeping that hip point down, right? I'm not letting this lift. A few more here. And let's just hold it. Draw your belly muscles in. And let's go ahead and bend and stretch that leg now. Stay in that neutral spine. I'm going to switch the hand just because I think it's going to block you. Keep the knee right above that hip. Really reach. Reach. Much harder for me on this side. Hold it. You can flex and point that foot a few times. Now, bring your bottom leg, stay in neutral, down and up, right? So both sides of my waist need to stay long here. Lots of control. And then I'm gonna hold it and I'm gonna stretch and bend this leg. And I'm trying to stay very, very neutral on both sides. And then I'm gonna hold it straight and I'm gonna lower and lift. It gets a little harder. And then maybe you can alternate the legs. And even take the hand behind the nape of the neck, staying in that neutral spine position. The strap is really helping me on that same leg, but it's quite challenging on the other leg. 4, 3, hug those ab muscles and lengthen long through the spine. Lift up from your belly and hold it up. I'm gonna let that leg and that head sink. I'm gonna bring that leg across for a moment, keeping the hip down, right? Breathe in, keeping the shoulder down. Be surprised if it feels very different on one side. And then let's do those leg circles. So come back to your neutral position, slight turnout, right? The sides are definitely a little bit more of a challenge. Right, and you kind of play around with how much you're holding the strap. And then other direction, out around. Out around. Really, really lengthening through the leg. One more time. Now, let's go ahead and bring that leg down. And bring the other leg across it. Taking that figure 4 before we come up and take the side bend. So weight the opposite knee down. Actually, I think that was here. That feels better. And now come on up. Come to a diamond position. Bring the arms back up. And let's just try a few side bends here. They're really kind of hard. Now hold it center and come to your 90-90. From there, let's maybe just bring the arms down and up a few times. Getting a big stretch. And then today, bring the arms down. Can you lift the foot? Right, internally rotating that knee. And then maybe we can bring them together. Lifting that foot, releasing it. Lifting, release for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here just for a second, maybe coming on back. And then before we go on, we'll need to come onto the side, reach this overhead. My front leg or my bottom leg kind of reaches forward. I'm giving you the back view just so you can see it. And I'm using my arm to kind of support that bottom leg. Now I'm just going to reach it out and draw my abs in and hold here. You can bring that heel in more, play around with it. Just try to keep that hip reaching for that overarching, reaching long through that low back. Now let's go ahead and keep the strap on that foot. And let's bring that foot forward and come into a 90-90. And just leave that there. And lift that back foot now. Lift it, lift it, lift it, lift it. Now, bring the front leg up, up. So just little mobility exercises. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keeping the chest lifted. Now, from here, see if you can grab the strap and lift the foot, lift the other foot. Just a few here. Lift just the foot up, right? The heel in the back, foot, 4 more, 4, 3, 2, moving the torso as little as possible. Let's take the hands back now. Grab the strap, lift your chest here, and keep tension on the strap as you take your hips up. From there, bring the feet together. Bring the arms in front of you, and just use the strap. Reach the arms long. Just get a little bit more length here. Draw your shoulders back. Stack up, bring the back leg back. Now that back foot left, so you can take a second, actually adjust there. But then that back heel, 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 right? Little mobility for the hips. Give me 4 more, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now that front leg, you can start with the foot. The whole leg, it's really more the lower leg I'm looking for the lift. Really use your abs. 5, 4, and then we're going to do it with the arms up. 3, 2, 1. Can we take the arms up and then see foot, other foot, foot, other foot, foot, other foot, foot, other foot, foot, other foot. Try to keep those arms up for 3, 2, 1. Now, bring those arms down, take the strap behind you, reach your chest forward, lift your chest, keep tension on the strap if you can, and send your hips up. Breathe in, Breathe out. Come down and tie the strap around your thighs. Right? You can tie it, or I'm actually going to use the little buckle feature here. But remember, if you're not using that, you can use the other one and tie it pretty tight. And you want your feet to be a little bit about in their hip distance apart. You don't want them to be too narrow or too wide. So I'm actually going to make that a little bit tighter. And let's just go ahead, take those feet down, and we're going to go into some bridges. So tuck your tail, roll your spine up, and then down. And you'll see that that really gives you quite a bit of support if you outwardly press into the strap. Right? And roll down through your spine. Tailbone. Then it lifts. I want you to hold it there and start to squeeze your shoulder blades together. And squeeze your arms together on your back body. And maybe bring your hands together. And just really send your hips up. And maybe see how high you get today with the support of the strap. And maybe if you want to come up to a full shoulder bridge, really squeeze those shoulder blades together onto your spine. None of my weight's on my neck. We're really feeling this in my legs. Gonna lift off of those heels for a second. And then from there, I'm going to have you roll down through your spine. One vertebra at a time. And I'm gonna have you unloop your feet and stand on up. And you should have it's still in a loop. Leave it there. If not, re-loop it. Doesn't have to be super small or anything. And I'm going to put this around my right leg. And first I'm going to start just with the knee together. And I'm going to bend my standing leg. And I'm going to reach this sort of up. I'm really going to get a big stretch of the front of my quad. I'm going to draw my abs in. And we're going to bring your shoulder blades down on your back. And if you want to reach that leg back, you can sort of bend through that front leg. Make sure you're not overarching through that spine. You can always grab a wall or a chair if you need to. And you can start to maybe bend forward, extend the leg, and bring it all down before we do the other side. Other foot, I'll face this way. Bring it overhead. Feet together, activate your abs. Draw your belly muscles in. And maybe start to take that heel back and raise those arms up with your shoulders down. Bringing that hands and the foot together a little bit more. Staying open to the front body, maybe bending that front leg and leaning forward into it. You can always grab on. And I'm going to bring that all the way on in. Bring it on down. Bring one arm across. All right, kitty girl, and release. You did it. You got through day 10. Just 3 more days left, 4 more days left. I will be going live on Instagram on the last day, so make sure you check that out. Blog posts, other days are all here. You did it, kitty girl. Just a few more days left. Thanks so much. I hope you enjoyed this workout. If it's your first time here, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next